saw prophecy. It was the validation of Mark's statement in verse 1, the good news of the gospel, with the authority that was of the past. Then on Sunday, we looked at the next section where there in verses 4 through 8, we saw John the Baptist coming, and so we saw the second witness of John the Baptist. And so what he did was he was validating the statement, the declaration that Mark made there in verse 1, the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. But his validation was the authority of the present. As God called him to be the messenger, as he was the one who came on the scene, he's now the authority of the present. So you have the authority of the past, which is prophecy, the authority of the statement presently, which is John's ministry. And now we're looking at the third witness. So Mark, in a sense, calls forward his third witness, and that's where we are here in verses 9 through 11, and he calls the Trinity. He calls the Godhead. And so the Godhead becomes the third and final witness. And so keep in mind what they're going to do is they're going to validate Mark's declaration of the good news of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. But when they validate it, they are going to they're going to validate it with all the authority of what would come in Jesus Christ. You understand that when we're seeing here, he's baptized. The Spirit comes upon him. And so it's a recognition of his ministry, the person and the work of Jesus Christ, and all that will accomplish. And so you have the witness of the past, in a sense, that validation, the authority of the past, which is Scripture, the authority of the present, which is John's present ministry as the messenger, and then you have the authority of the future, of all the authority that would come through this work of Jesus Christ. Why? Because as he comes and he takes on that ministry of the baptism, we're going to see in just a moment all that entails. The Spirit falls upon him. The Father speaks from heaven, said, "This is my beloved Son in whom I'm well pleased." So we see this declaration of everything that Jesus is, his person, his ministry, is acknowledged by the entirety of the Trinity. So in other words, Jesus goes through the work, the Spirit comes in and lands upon him, and then the Father then gives a declaration. So all three of the Godhead are part of this work, and there is this, in a sense, this wonderful validation. They become the authority of what John's statement is. There's good news through Jesus Christ, but it's about him and all the future things that would take place through his death and through his resurrection.